What's up guys, Andre here along with my good pal Mario, and as you can see he's ready to go because the VR updates for Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey just came out. So I figured we'd do a live reaction on camera to try them out for the first time and seeing what it's like. Now, a couple of things. First off, I apologize for any bad video quality. I'm using cameras I'm not usually familiar with, and if I'm looking at the wrong one, I apologize. I've got a backup camera here in case the first one looks really bad, so I might not end up looking at it the entire time, or the right one. So we'll see how that goes. Secondly, because of how VR works, I probably can't show you gameplay during this video. If I find some way to do it, like looping in like a pre-recorded segment, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it pretty brief and just give you my impressions of what it's like to use a VR headset with Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. So I know it's a little bit lame that I can't show you what it's like, but hey, what can we do? Anyways, sorry Mario, I gotta take this away from you. And yeah, let's go and try it out. So we're going to try Mario Odyssey first. We just downloaded the update, as you can see here, and it adds a new VR option on the main menu, which you can see down there, and if we select it, you shoot playing in VR, you can see Mario's like looking around, so he's ready to go. I think he's looking for his headset. Alright, and now it's time to insert it. So in case you're not familiar with Labo VR, the way it works is where you can take off one of the Joy-Cons, then we can slide the entire thing into the headset. Just like that. Went a little bit too far actually, and then we're going to put the other Joy-Con right back on. And this is how we're going to play. We're going to put it up to our face and play it like this. And yeah, hopefully you can still hear me with this in my face. Alright, so it's giving 3 options. Whoa, okay. Find the 9 musicians from around the world. And there's a picture with 9 of them. So we're going to press A. And it's offering the Cap Kingdom, Seaside Kingdom, Luncheon Kingdom, and a Mystery Kingdom. There's also the brand new theater mode down here as well. So let's go into the Cap King. Let's go to, you know what, Seaside Kingdom. This should be nice. Alright, so I know this is kind of lame, not a whole lot to say right now, but I'm just on the loading screen. Whoa, okay, Mario is in my face. Alright. So I'm at his like eye level now, basically. This is weird. I'm looking at Mario in the face. So anyways, I can run him, I can move him around with the control stick, and the camera doesn't follow him. If I want to follow him, I have to actually physically move my body like this. I can do a full 360, it looks like. Yep, I can look all around. I can press R to zoom in if I want, and yeah, I can run around with a control stick. I can make him jump. I can have him throw his hat. And yeah, right now there's some characters standing around on the beach. So I can walk up to this. Okay, this one of the people wants a microphone, so there's like a microphone icon above her head. So to find the microphone... Oh, someone else wants a saxophone. Let's see. Oh, there's a music note here I can collect. And it spawned a whole bunch of notes. That... Oh, it goes way up. Oh, Mario's going way out in the distance. Oh, I don't know how... Oh, I have to use a slingshot, I see. Oh, okay, there you go, way up there. See how to use this? Okay, and that's one of the kingdoms done. That took literally about 3 minutes. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to edit this video, by the way. I might have just cut out a huge chunk of what I just did because I realized while recording this, it's going to be pretty boring if you're watching me, especially if I don't have any gameplay to go along with it, which I may or may not. At this point, I'm still not sure. So quick impressions, it's okay in Mario Odyssey. You know, it is kind of neat to set up all these challenges in a small, relatively small area. And I do like how you can move Mario completely independently of where you're looking, so he keeps on moving even if you're looking in the opposite direction. That's kind of neat. It's a little bit like Astrobot in that sense. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be there a ton of gameplay there. Like if each level is only 3 minutes long, that's what, 9 to 12 minutes in total, maybe 15. Granted, I didn't play the other 2 yet, other 3 possibly. So there may be more, but yeah, early impressions of Mario, it's fine. It's a neat bonus, but it's not a huge, great, amazing showcase of VR. I think the games that come with the Labo kit itself are better, especially with the toy cons. Anyways, that's enough about Mario. Let's go ahead and move on to Breath of the Wild. Okay, and in Breath of the Wild, there was no pop-up, unlike in Odyssey. It didn't give us any kind of alert to the fact that there's a new VR mode. So hopefully that update actually took. But as we saw from the trailer, it's actually hidden in in-game options. That might be why. Maybe it'll give us a notification once we get inside the game itself. So I'm booting up my Master Mode save file, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, we're almost in game. Come on. Alright, here we are. Alright, no notification. Nothing yet, so let's check the options screen. In just a sec, I want to see if anything pops up. No. Alright, so let's go to the options. And there we go. There is a new Toy-Con Goggles mode, which you can see near the top there, I think. So we're gonna use VR goggles. It's warning us to sit down, and it's in VR mode, so you can see it in case you're not sure what VR mode looks like. I keep aiming at the wrong camera again, by the way. This is a hot mess. Alright, so let's put it back into the goggles and see how this actually works in VR. I'm very curious about Zelda. Alright. Okay, so when you're on the pause screen, it looks like you're just looking at a TV that actually follows your movement. But as soon as you go into the game, whoa, you get this massive field of vision. Wow, this is actually weird. I'm actually feeling a little bit dizzy already. So I'm up on a tower real quick, by the way. Okay, getting outside, moving the camera outside the tower is helping a little bit. And the camera controls are weird. Like, moving your head acts as a swivel around Link, as opposed to moving the camera independently, you know, like on the swivel itself. It's moving around Link. It's almost like the standard controls. So yeah, I'm looking. So moving like this moves the camera closer to Link, as if you had hit down on the control stick, I think. Moving it down moves the camera up. So you're looking down, but the camera's like swinging up to do it. Moving left and right. God, that's weird. I don't know if I recommend that, because it is definitely throwing me off. I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, honestly, like I said. Not too bad, but definitely something to keep in mind. The frame rate is definitely choppy compared to other VR experiences. So let's go ahead and get off this tower, though. I think that's what's messing me up. But let me just look at the distance real quick. And I don't know why my hand's out here. So yeah, it's kind of cool, like, seeing how, like, with the depth, like, I can tell that the tower that I'm on, like, the ridge is close, whereas everything else is far away, obviously. So let's go ahead and just dive off here. Actually, let me look down first. And that is a little, yeah, that's a little intimidating. I can go in the first person. Oh, I just fell off. Alright. So I'm just gonna start flying here. And let me see if I can find something cool to look up at. So, okay, the camera controls, you know, they're actually working decently right now. You can use the right stick as well. So yeah, they basically, as far as I can tell, they basically function like the right stick does. Unless I'm missing something, so yeah, it's very different from Mario. Like, I like the field of vision. I like how the world is filling up most of what I can see. Like the other VR games. Like, that is really cool, actually. Everything else, I'm not getting like an... Oh, actually, I don't know. So, Zelda's more subtle in how it uses VR, I think. Obviously, it wasn't designed as VR in mind, even less though than the Zelda, or than the Mario Odyssey mode. Like, I'm fighting an enemy right now, and this is actually pretty cool. That's where you can actually really get a sense of the depth, because the enemy is, like, really close to me. And, like, the shrubbery around here is, like, in the foreground. So okay, this is actually pretty neat. So, anyways, what I was saying is, it's definitely more subtle in Zelda, though. Not as in your face. The HUD, by the way, kind of floats, like the energy ring floats in front of Link. The health, the HP floats kind of like parallel to Link almost. So the HUD itself is layered, which is kind of neat. It's not all on the same layer. Whoa, okay, whoa, I just fell off. I was walking along like a barracks, and it was cool to see the camera kind of go through that as I was walking through. I mean, I'm describing this how VR kind of works in general. So, it's like depth. It's like having, you know, real life depth in a game. If you've walked through a building before, then you can kind of picture how it feels like. So yeah, I'm getting used to this now. So I'm not really feeling any motion sickness right now, or any dizziness at all. Let me use first person mode again, by the way. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so in first person mode, by the way, like using your telescope, it goes, as far as I can tell, it goes flat. There doesn't appear to be any. I don't think there's any depth there. Yeah, it's just a flat image. So no depth in using the telescope, which makes sense for using one eye, right? I'm gonna jump off this tower again. I'm gonna look all around. Okay, this is alright, this is pretty cool. I'm actually really, once you like learn the I don't know, once you get used to like the subtleness of it, it actually looks quite good. The resolution obviously is low, definitely a lot lower than the standard game, but it's not bad, you know? I mean, it's, you know, if you're used to Labo VR, it's you know, it's not a big drop from that. I mean, it isn't really a drop at all. But whereas those visuals were designed with Labo VR in mind, Zelda's weren't. So it is a little bit more noticeable to drop in resolution here, I would say, than when you're playing a Labo VR game. So maybe I'm contradicting myself now, but... Okay, I just fell into the water, and the water like splashed into my face. That was pretty neat. Yeah, like even while running through the puddles, I can see the droplets get close to the screen. Okay, by the way, I am getting tired holding this up, by the way, so my right arm especially. Yeah, so I'm definitely, this is not something you can do for long periods of time without a head strap, which of course isn't official. And it's raining here too, which is super annoying. Okay, I'm being attacked by guardians already. Okay, this is cool. And I just got killed. That wasn't cool. But yeah, I had the camera like right at ground level as I was being bombarded by laser beams from the guardians while like they're perched up on a higher elevation. So that was neat. That felt good. Until I died. That probably didn't feel good, especially for Link. By the way, I think I forget if I mentioned earlier, the frame rate is definitely noticeable at 30 frames per second versus 60 for the other VR experiences. It's not nearly as smooth, and that could be contributing to some of the dizziness I felt, perhaps. I think that the way the camera works, and just the general area I was in, wasn't... I think they were all working against me. Seeing the grass in VR is really neat. It feels like it has even more depth as I'm cutting through it, like almost parting the grass like Moses or something. That is pretty cool. Alright, and that is Breath of the Wild in VR. And again, unfortunately, I can't show you what it's like. It's pretty cool. It's something you have to do, I think, because the game wasn't designed with it in mind. But based on my short playtime with it just now, it's pretty cool. Like, I do like the added sense of depth it gives the world. It does make it feel, I mean, especially with how it fills most of your vision. That's neat. It definitely gives you a greater sense of presence than you would ordinarily. Downsides are the resolution isn't great. The camera controls are a little bit weird. You can't turn off the VR stuff, or rather the head tracking stuff. But I'm not a huge fan of how that works. So I wish I'd been able to let you look around independently. But maybe I'll get more used to it. It is the only VR experience on Switch so far to give me a little bit of dizziness. I got used to it pretty quick, but that could be an issue. And of course, there's the issue of holding up to your face the entire time, which was wearing on my arm. So it's not something you're gonna be able to do for the long term. Other than that, it's actually not too uncomfortable holding it this way, except for, again, the tired arms aspect. So yeah, they're my early impressions. If you have the VR kit, definitely check it out, both Mario and Zelda. I'll have more in-depth impressions later once I can go more hands-on with this stuff, so I'm not just giving, so I can see if the experiences grow on me. Right now, though, I would say they're neat if you have the VR kit already. I definitely recommend picking up the VR kit for the other VR experiences that comes with it. For Mario and Breath of the Wild by itself, probably not worth it, honestly. But again, that's not my final verdict. I need to play more of them. It just doesn't seem like there's a ton of gameplay in Mario, and what it adds to Zelda isn't enough to warrant picking up by itself. But as a bonus, super cool stuff. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for lots more on VR, if there's more to discuss, hopefully, and everything else on Nintendo Switch as well. We'll catch you later. Bye.